How's it going, my fellow Homo sapiens? It's your boy, Mike Hadou, and today I'm coming at you with a Berserker manga review. That's right, Berserker manga 343. Guts his party mowing down the pumpkin patch. Let's go. Oh man, this chapter here was really straight to the point, and to me personally it felt extremely short. It starts off where it left off, where Guts is just slaughtering these scarecrows. Matter of fact, Isidro's going after these scarecrows, destroying them. Guts' party is just really moving through this garden pretty fast. As they destroy the scarecrows, we have the witches in the background. I guess they summoned up some pumpkin characters, and they're just wiping them out. We have Isidro really just putting in work in this garden. I'm not calling Isidro weak, but I'm just saying these enemies seem pretty weak. And it's kind of funny at one point because once he kills a scarecrow or whatnot, he gets some vines wrapping around his legs, and he's like, "Oh no, something's wrong." And Puck's like, "Yeah, it's a trap." Isidro's like, "I know." So Isidro does what he does best, flipping around, spinning around, putting himself in more danger, having more vines to wrap around him or whatnot. And finally, we have Shirk. Shirk pretty much come in and basically uses her powers to just calm everything back down to the earth, bring the spirits back down, making this garden or this pumpkin patch back down to normal. Now, one thing I will say about Shirk is I feel like she is a very important person in Guts' group. I mean, I respect her. She's a very, very important character. But not just that. I mean, she has saved Guts' life before. I mean, she's really badass. I mean, she summons the spirits. She can summon these elements and things of that nature. So she's really, really good to be in this group. This is one, if any characters that I really do respect, it's going to be Shirk because she is pretty badass. So as they're pretty much just sitting around talking like, wow, you know, what is this, October, you know, a pumpkin fest, and kind of making little jokes, I start to look at this chapter and kind of look at the magic that these witches, I believe, that's doing these magic, is their magic seems very, very weak. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, they said a few things like anyone who comes to this island are mostly barbarians, or people who come to this island are barbarians. So maybe like pirates probably find this island, they go to this island and they steal stuff, so they, you know, summon these spirits to basically scare them off. But that type of weak magic is definitely not going to work on Guts' party. I mean, they're too bad at it. They fight demons and gods on a norm. I mean, summoning some pumpkins and some scarecrows is not going to scare these people off. I mean, Guts have seen more than you will most likely experience in all your lives, your first, second, and third life if you ever had it. So I really feel like their powers seem pretty weak. So at this point, we get something called the Wicker Man coming to greet Guts and his team. And guess what? He's not coming for cake and ice cream. He's coming to slaughter them all. And we get this new witch. I believe you pronounce her name Morta. Now, one thing I will say about Morta is she's pretty interesting. She really lightened up this chapter. Now, I like her character design. Her character design is really badass. But one thing I noticed was the other witches was saying, "Hey, what you're doing is forbidden. This is bad. You shouldn't do it, etc., etc." Like, no, don't do this. And she's like, "No, you know what I'm saying? This is what this magic is for. We're going to go in. We're going to destroy these people right now." So you have this Wicker Man. So the Wicker Man is this big wooden structure that I guess resembles a man. You put people inside, you set them on fire, and this Wicker Man gains his magic, his power from the souls and the people who's burning inside of him. I love that. That is awesome. So you got this big wicker thing coming in like feed, fo, fum, thumb, you know, it's like I'm just gonna crush everybody. Guts slides in, pulls out his hand, open up the cannon and blow a cannonball through the Wicker Man, basically destroying him with one hit. Wicker Man basically drops down to his knees. Guts takes his sword and he goes in for that final slash, and we see a whole bunch of like little souls pop up. And that's really basically the chapter there. Guts really kind of killed it in 2 hits. Maybe it's going to evolve into something else, but at the end of the day, it wasn't even a challenge. So to talk a little bit more about this chapter, overall I felt like it was really, really good. I enjoyed it. art is always phenomenal when it comes down to this chapter. And not just that, I really love the characters. And I'm loving this new character, Morta, I believe that's how you pronounce her name. I'm probably butchering her name, but Morta, she really looks badass. And she seemed like she has a little bit more power than the other witches that's trying to get them off the island. But to be honest, I feel like even though these witches have these nice little spells that they can summon these little animals and these turning these pumpkins and scarecrows to life, with Shirk on Guts' team, I just feel like Shirk is just so much more powerful than these little witches that it's nothing they can truly do. Even if Shirk wasn't there, Guts and his team can just slaughter right through them. But overall, great chapter. I'm going to give this chapter a 8 out of 10. Yes, that's right, an 8 out of 10. And the main reason I'm giving it an 8 out of 10, great chapter. We had some action. We had a little bit of comedy with Puck pretty much saying, it's a trap. And we got to see not just Guts, but we had to see a lot of the other side characters really go in and put in some work. But not just that, we actually got to see a new character, a new witch, I believe. And she looks pretty cool. I'm loving the character design. I took off 2 points mainly because we really didn't progress anywhere. We're still in the same spot. So I took off only 2 points for that. That's why I'm giving it the 8 out of 10. So at the end of the chapter, where it tells you when the next chapter is getting ready to come out, unfortunately, it said this summer. Oh, man. And it really sucks because Berserkers stay on a hiatus. I mean, the last time I heard Berserkers say next summer, it was like 3 years before the next chapter came out. It's unfortunately that they're going to be taking a break. Now, the good news here is, I think the main reason they're taking a break is because the new Berserker project that's getting ready to come out. And a lot of people don't know the format. Now, I believe it's going to be the anime, the continuous anime is going to take place with Berserker in the Black Swordsman armor. That's what the news information gave me. That's what I actually read. So I'm hoping that they're going to be taking time to really focus on this anime and really get it out there to the masses. Now, it could be a movie. I really don't see it a movie. I don't see it as another manga because it would conflict with their manga that they have going now. But I really do believe it's going to be an anime. But that's all I have today. If I left something out, please let me know in the comment box below. Please rate, subscribe, and comment. It really helps the channel. Thanks for watching. Matane.